In order to feel comfortable with yourself, you cannot care what people think. And while I'm doing my makeup, that is what I'm going to be talking about in today's first episode of Trust the Process. As you can see, I have nothing on my face. I have these kitsch clips to hold my hair back. I got my hair done. Hello everyone, make sure you're subscribed and you share this. Spirit just guided me to do this channel. It's a fun channel, but it's me talking about in-depth topics. Make yourself comfortable. I'm gonna be doing my face. This is what I do every single day, is my face, and I'll show you what products I'm using. Of course, they're vegan and non-toxic. And we're just gonna go in raw with it. That's what he said. Okay, anyways. It's just an insider joke. There's someone I know, she always cracks jokes like that, so it's nothing personal. This is the Anastasia brow definer that I use. My eyebrows are nano browed because they just are. Like I said in the launch trailer, or the trailer, whatever you want to call it. I did have ataxia, I dealt with that. I struggled doing my eyebrows, and then once I got them down to a T, I found that I had to keep cutting them. I would cut my eyebrows off and just fill them in anyways, and it was a hassle. And then I noticed the hair was coming in and it was growing, but some of it was a little bit thinner, and so due to cancer, so due to that fact, I got them nano browed just to cut my time in half. It's basically a permanent brow tattoo. And you know, that was a time that I guess should have been an embarrassing time. It just wasn't for me that my eyebrows looked like that. You can go on my Instagram and see. So this is what I do. Trying to multitask here. I just fill this in a little bit, but not that much, and then I underline the bottom. And if you are dealing with ataxia or fibromyalgia or multiple sclerosis, you can just like fill this in like you're just coloring in the lines. Dealing with that, it's kind of hard to stay within the lines. And so in that case, you just take your time a little bit. With ataxia, you tend to wiggle a bit, like from side to side. What you want, if you are doing that, like I'll just do it. If you are just, like I said, go slow, okay? And fill this in. And that's just what I do. That's just how it's done. When I was first diagnosed, I had like zero motor skills and horrible tremors that have gotten much better. Much better. They were really bad. I couldn't get words out or anything. And so how to feel comfortable, you just have to, so back to the eyebrows. So that was a time where a lot of people would talk about my eyebrows but never say it to me, but I knew it was going around kind of thing. It was the best I can do. Honestly, the best thing you could do to feel comfortable is just accepting yourself as is. This is so YouTube effing therapeutic. Is just accepting yourself as is. As you can see, my face before I even do makeup. Oh, and I forgot to even prime it. See? Totally imperfect. This is why it's called Trust the Process. I have deep and dark under eye circles from anemia, which you deal with cancer. Cancer and anemia whooped my ass, but I fought back, and I'm not supposed to do this first, but hey, we're just gonna go out of order. This primer is Milk Hydro Pro Primer. This is what I use. And so yeah, this is from anemia and cancer. I never used to have this like this before. This is primer. It's not supposed to go on first. But I did moisturize earlier, so it's no big deal. Lately, this goes in my hair. This is Pattern, okay? Pattern jojoba oil, or however, mélange à l'huile de jojoba. How to pronounce that. This usually goes on first. but I put the primer on first, so we're just gonna do what I did. Okay. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And sometimes I will use a Lafia Everyday Coconut, which I'm just gonna put on my face too, because I stay in the mountains, and it's like, someone was saying that today, like it's a desert here. It really is. Oh my God. Yay. Give me all that cream. That's what she said. Oh my goodness. Again, it's an insider. Someone I know always cracks jokes like that, and I used to too. This is just paper towel, guys. Nothing fancy. I'm just gonna wipe the excess off so it doesn't look like I'm on, you know, doing something I'm not supposed to. Okay. On YouTube. Okay. All right. So there's the brows for now. They are going to stay like that. You know, I was raised in terms of having confidence. I had a mom who caused me to be confident in my own skin. Did I come across people who put me down? Absolutely. Did I have horrible, you know, traumas that affected me? Yes. But it was also good to have someone who would, you know, call you beautiful when you felt ugly and all of this stuff. What I always tell my clients is when you don't feel comfortable in your own skin, that's a dietary issue. Like, people don't associate how they feel internally with diet. So before I continue with that, this is Wet n Wild Photo Focus Soft Beige. This is down to the wire. And I'm using this brush, whatever brush this is, because like I said, this is imperfect. Just trust the process. Just trust me on it. This is by Sephora. Synthetic brushes, because I don't believe you have to unalive an animal to look pretty, and I don't know why the hell we do that still, because that's weird. So I just go along my bruised eye, my gorgeous eyes. I still love my face with or without makeup. So yeah, diet has a lot to do with it. What you're eating can cause your mood to be imbalanced, can cause you to feel less than, can affect your pituitary. And let me tell you, when your pituitary gland is infected, well, maybe some of you have an infection, because I'm intuitive, I'm a spiritual medium as well. When your pituitary gland is not functioning, you're going to have low self-esteem and feel very depressed. So you want to make sure that you deal with your emotions, what's leading you to do that. Like, is it some sort of trauma? Did some sort of abuse happen? What happened to make, you know, you want to eat certain things that deplete the vital nutrients that you need, and that will cause you to have a higher self-esteem, as well as using essential oils with, I want to say, monoterpenes, like the wild orange. Those will boost your mood, and so it will uplift you. So I highly recommend those as well. Everything, this is why I love nutrition. Everything could be traced back to nutrition. Like I said, I do my makeup differently, so I just take the powder and just dab it on. This is e.l.f. powder. Yeah, this is e.l.f. HD powder. It's vegan, it's cruelty free. That's all I care about. And it's a good powder. And I just set it or whatever on my eye. Father time. I look like I ran into a snowflake in the snowflake one. Oh my God, I used to hate when it was winter and dogs, or not dogs, well, dogs, yeah, would pee in the snow, and the snow had pee in it. I love dogs, but their owners let them pee in the snow, and I don't know why that happened. Like, can it just be powdery and fluffy? Okay, so there you go, and I'm done. This is it. I'm ready to go. Just kidding. If I want to take any excess, if I get makeup on my hands or whatnot, I'll just take this is On Guard hand sanitizer, and it magically mist everything away. On Guard hand sanitizer. And then it's gone. Okay. So this palette that I'm using for my eyeshadow, I'm just doing a very simple eye. I don't know what to call it. My eye. This is the 35A Up Till Dawn Artistry palette by Morphe. Morphe is vegan and cruelty free, so that was good to know, because I remember hearing about these brands years ago and like no one was vegan, and I was an advocate for vegan, and I was using blueberries on my cheeks and on my lips and on my everything. And so this is the Morphe palette. I try to keep it as clean as possible. As you can see in some of the colors I dipped and dabbed, so I will probably have to, there we go, wipe off that little green one there. Now it's perfect. But it wasn't perfect, but now it's perfect. Okay, just like I have to get this blue out. And now I have to use the hand sanitizer again to get this F off. Okay. All right. This brush, I don't know what kind of brush it is. I'm going to be doing probably this, what is it called? Paradise Found with Turn Me Neon, which is this pink color here. The Turn Me Neon, which is a little messy now. The Paradise Found is over there. And then this little Spicy Hot. Let's see what comes out, shall we? Okay, that's what I was looking for. That's perfect. So I wanted it to come out like a red, like a reddish kind of thing. Okay, so right now while you're sitting there, I want you to make sticky notes with positive affirmations and put them on your wall or on your mirror and fill them with beautiful things that you can say to yourself, and in conjunction with that, throw out the junk in your house that makes you feel like extra crap, okay? That's how you can start to feel comfortable in your own skin and accepting yourself for who you are, and recognizing that if there's something that you want to change, let you be the one to change it, not according to society standards and what like other people say and ish, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you want it to be authentic. You don't want to be pressured to change into something that you're not. I'm just going over my entire eye. Like I said, I don't do stuff the way everybody does it. It looks like it's going to look like shit, and that's the aim, folks, to look like it's gonna look like ish. But it's not. Okay, let's do this more. Comment below with what makes you feel uncomfortable about yourself. What about yourself makes you feel uncomfortable? Another thing that I suggest is finding something that you absolutely adore about yourself and really focusing on that. Like if you're really, really smart, focus on that. Boost it up. And it will affect other areas of your life, because you're building a neural pathway of beauty by focusing on beauty. You see, you're like tricking yourself, but in a good way. I think I want to use this. Ooh, Bewitching Hour. Perfect for a spiritual medium. I do not do spells. I do not mess with people's free will. So I do not do that. If people do that, I'm just like, okay. I'm just gonna go in here a little bit deep. Oh, I love that color. Oh, Bewitching Hour has to be my favorite. It's a sexy color. Color spectrum. Yeah, but I do not do spells. I manifest, and if it comes, it comes, and if it doesn't, it wasn't meant to come, and so, but if it does come, it was meant to come, so that's what they said. I'm just kidding. I have to stop. Okay. Ooh, I really like that a lot. Damn. Okay. I really like that. Okay. So that's done. That's done. Okay. So next, what do I want to do? What do I do next? Okay. So next, I use the Cover FX Natural Finish Foundation by Cover FX G60. When my face was burned, yeah, my face has gone through a lot. You guys are probably like, well, damn. Yes, and this is why I love my face so much. And if it's, I don't think it's jarring. It has recovered a lot, but if it is, then oh well, I don't care. I love my face. I think it's art. It's a battlefield, and it's amazing. And so when I was first burned, and the minute I started to heal a tiny bit, like when the scaly patches started to fall off my face, that dead skin, ugh, hated that. Cover FX was my bestie. So Cover FX, it was the bestie. It covered everything. Okay, so I'm using Cover FX, and I'm using Eco Tools. This little Eco Tools thing that got powder on it. Is this the one? This is the one. This is the new one that I got. I just got one today. Did I leave it? Did it roll off? Whatever. Whatever. Just winging it. So it's G60, and this I just use to cover up the dark circles and some of the little blemishes that I have. Sometimes you eat foods, not lately, I've been really good, but sometimes you eat foods you don't know what ingredient it has in it. Like if it has some sort of oil in it or some sort of ingredient, that just causes you to have bumps. A lot of people don't realize that bumps are not, they don't just appear, you know. You do something to cause them to appear. Whatever you're eating. I don't like to say too much because people pay me for that, but just know that bumps are not just there, and they're not something that you should just focus on covering up. It's not external, it's internal. It's what you consume that cause them to come out, and they're not really bumps. That's just another name for what they really are, which I go over with my clients when they work with me, because I do have a vast medical background, which is why you get science mixed with makeup in this video. Okay, so this kind of, and now we're done. This looks great. I'm just kidding. But so I cover the face with the G60. This is great if you have burns. This is great if you're a burn survivor like me, a cancer survivor, anemia survivor, whatever. Put that layer on. And then I go in with the, Cover FX Power Play Foundation in G40. This little guy here. Her little girl here, and you gotta squeeze it. Damn. I feel like even if you're a really strong person, the squeeze is like, come on. All right, so then I go under my eyes with this. This is a concealer. If I was not talking about how to feel comfortable with yourself, this would probably take me 10 minutes. because I go quicker than what I'm doing, but I'm just taking my time and chilling and relaxing and talking to all of you. My face is still healing. It's come a long way. I mean, I've been burned in the face 3 times. So, on top of illness. So I think it's doing pretty good. I thought I was gonna have to have facial reconstructive surgery the first time it happened. My mom actually found me this miracle cream in a bottle that was made with a bunch of flowers in it. Because other than that, my face was like loads and layers of just stuck paper mache like skin. It was terrible. You guys can peruse my Instagram. I don't know how to get the pictures in the video. I did it before, but I did not have time. I really wanted to get this video out and wasn't trying to make it perfect, because that's the whole point of the show, is for it to be imperfect. So that's what I do with the foundation. I bring it down here. Hopefully you guys can follow along. And I do another layer just to add that extra bright underneath the eyes, because like I said, I have bruised eyes underneath that are getting somewhat better. I need to stay on top of my sleep, of course. I work a lot because I have to, but sleep does need to come first, because if you don't get enough sleep, you're pretty much useless. So, and that's another way of feeling comfortable within yourself, because if you throw off your circadian rhythms, your serotonin balance and all of that, you're not gonna feel good about yourself. Feel very lackluster. You're not gonna be able to deal with stress or anything that hits you in a proper manner. And so, yeah, just needed that extra layer. So go down there. Let's see. I almost said that's what she said, and I just said it, and you know what, I tried. Okay. Anastasia Beverly Hills. I use foundation 365C. I usually wear, I like Cover FX, but I love Smith & Colt, but everybody bought that out. I swear, every time I get something and share it, people go and buy it. I'm like, oh, so y'all are acting like you're not listening. But you're listening. I know people listen and watch me. Same with the Kristen S cream. Oh, I had to stock up on that, and it's not coming until very soon, but usually people weren't, you know, at least who I know, weren't really paying that too much attention. So every time I mention something, it's out of stock. So the NARS that I started to get, because they didn't have Smith & Colt, that was out as well. It's the Maria 23 and more. They put more in there. So I just take this and just dab this on underneath the controller. Oh my God, I sounded like the guy on Fat Albert. I still love that movie. Okay. So I got this down. Yes, I put foundation over the nose. I don't try to contour my nose. It's pretty contoured on its own. That's just how my nose is. It's pretty narrow with the cute little whatever it has underneath. And so while that's doing that, I will take, hopefully this is easy to follow. Like I said, if you have multiple sclerosis or ataxia or anything, or if you have none of those things, just take your time. Basically, get up early, take your time. That's what I had to learn with this, is to be meticulous and more analytical, and recognize I had to pay more attention, because you have what's called gait, which messes with your balance and all of this stuff. And so although it's better than it was, you know, that was my journey, was you need to take your time on things and take an extra look, because your balance is so thrown off that what looks curvy to another looks straight to you. It's very strange. And then the memory loss. So it's like forgetting how things are supposed to look. It's not fun. I don't recommend even getting that. Some people, when they want to be like you, they want your ailments too. I'm like, some of y'all need help. You need the angels for real. Just like, okay, that's weird. So many Me Too people. I mean, be authentic when you say Me Too. I'm always leery of women who always say Me Too to everything. All right, so I just did powder all over my face. Me and the powder have a kind of like a love-hate, because sometimes it'll just take the the concealer right off, and sometimes it leaves it, whatever. So then I go back into these brows and I go up top to thin them out. They need to be cut a little bit. I don't really have to worry about them being cut because they are nano browed, but sometimes you just want the hairs that are yours that grow in to be cut a little bit shorter. And so I just go over this like that. Perfection, but not perfect, because that doesn't exist. It only exists in your accomplishments. Whatever level of accomplishment, whatever makes you feel accomplished, that is perfection. Is it perfect to the next person? Maybe not, but who cares? Who the F cares, man? You see how it just thinned it out a little bit, and I think I'm gonna go underneath here just a tad. And then I just take the butt of this and just blend that in, and then I will powder it away. Hi, pretty. And see, that's what I say to myself. I say kind things. That's actually how I found self-love, is when I went in the bathroom, looked at the mirror when my face was struggling, and I said, "You're beautiful," because I was like, well, if we're gonna live like this, we're just gonna, I don't know. I think it's good to have placements, and I'm not saying you have to have my placements and like whatnot. You work with your own placements and find the beauty in those, but I don't know, it helps to have placements where they like things to be beautiful. So I have placements where I love art and I like for things to be beautiful, and oh, it made it worse, but that's art too. So no matter how I looked, I was like, ooh, this is art. So I am lining my lips with Juvia's Place. This is vegan. And I have full lips already, so they're already kind of overlined themselves, and I just go like that. These are my natural lips. This I'm using is the Lip Plumper by e.l.f. I love this lip plumper by e.l.f. in Sparkling Rose. It's the best. So I'm putting that underneath today because I'm wearing a Solid Lippy by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is Royal Red. And because it's going with the outfit that I'm gonna put on after this, which I'm not gonna show that part because this is just about makeup, but. So let's see how this looks. I go with what I feel, so today I felt like doing a red lip. Kind of wanted a brighter red, but they didn't have it, so I went with this one. It's always good to have a red in the cut, in the clip, whatever the hell people say. That's what I heard, in the cut. Anyway, so this red, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it. Reds for me have to feel like perfect. Okay. See, my lips are so full. I forget to do that. I hit myself in the teeth. Okay. Then I love e.l.f. Then I take e.l.f. eyeliner. Here we go. This is when we need more concentration. And I just go up here and literally just wing it. I usually go backwards, but I'm sitting down, so I'm going forward. See, now I go backwards. But basically, you just connect the lines, and that's the huge part. I cannot freaking see everything. I'm trying to talk and see, guys. Okay. And then just go a little below the lash line. And then I say, talk to me nice, talk to me nice, talk to me nice. It's a rhythm in that. So that definitely comes from music education. When I went for music school, you had to develop all these things just to cope with life and get good grades and stuff. So you come up with creative stuff. Yes, my hands were burned also. Those have been a struggle for a while, but they are also healing. Oh my God, I didn't bring my new one. I have my new one in the bathroom. Uh-oh. Well, let me see if I could squeeze a little bit more out of this one. My new one is in the bathroom. This I do a little bit differently. Let me go grab that from the bathroom. So I'm literally opening up a new one here. Right in front of your eyes, right in front of you. Jesus, they should treat light bulbs like this. Like, what is the eyeliner gonna do? They're so concerned about that. Probably because they don't want people to put it on, but you want people to get burned? Sheesh. Okay. This is so not immaculate right now. Jesus. Okay. All right. So let's do this side. I really can't see this side. I'm left-handed, and so I don't know if it's a lefty thing or what, man. I try to get them the same. It looks good. Looks good. All right, and then I just do the mascara. I don't know if I'm doing blush. Sometimes I wear blush, sometimes I do. This is Get Big Lashes by Essence. It's clump free. I don't wear fake lashes. I just wear real ones. I used to wear fake lashes in high school. I'm not against them. I'm just natural. Mink lashes I think are stupid. And I don't care who doesn't like it. I think they're stupid because they hurt animals. And minks are not the cutest, but doesn't mean you gotta kill. Like, if you think about it, you're wearing animal on your eye. Like, that's kind of strange. It just is. Like, they have so many vegan and cruelty-free options. They have people that will apply vegan cruelty-free lashes. Did I get that on my contact? Okay, and that's basically it. And why don't me and blush have a love-hate too, because sometimes it interferes with the damn powder. So Let's see, guys. Here we go. I kind of just blend it in. Smile, you're on candid camera. And then I just go like that. Whatever, man. So there's the blush. That's not bad. We didn't have a fight today. We didn't have a fight today. And then I'm using the blush I used was not blush, it was eyeshadow from Morphe. You know, we're all about sustainability here. As a matter of fact, when I did not have funds to get makeup but needed to wear it on my face, Lockup was my best friend. There were people on there that taught me how to actually do my makeup on a budget. So prison life, not me doing time. I didn't do any time. No shame to people who have. People wanted me to do time. Because I don't take anybody's BS, and if you put your hands on me, you're basically on Eileen Warno's death row. So I didn't say that I was gonna put you on death row. I said you'd be on Eileen Warno's death row. You can read between the lines. Just don't put your hands on me. Okay. And so, yeah, people tried to. Anyway, we're not going to go into detail on that. I'm called 007 for a reason. But anyway, you take these clips out, these clippies. That hair. What was I saying? Okay, so I used that. So yeah, Lockup, learning from them how to do makeup. And then that led me down a pathway of sustainability with makeup as well. Now I spend, because I'm not in that position, but this is the finished look and I like it, and I hope this video was helpful. Feel comfortable in your own skin. Do not care what people think about you, especially if it's negative. And just love on yourself today. Feel free to replay and replay and replay this video to jot down those tips. And I have fabulous, wonderful notebooks in my, oh, I forgot to do the contour. Well, I didn't need it, but this is NYX Contour. I am an affiliate of NYX. I will put the link, if I have the link for this, in the description box below. And so grab those notebooks if you need to take notes, which you probably should, so you can have them and hone in on that. Have a wonderful day, lovely peacefuls, and I will see you next week.